Hello, dear audience. I welcome you all to our short little interview with Ingela Mauritzon today from In Vitro Vista / Pure FDA, Pure Global. Ingela, I have heard, coincidentally, that you have some very impressive Mandarin skills.
Sure. Well, 大家好，我是白英兰，我会说中文，因为我住在中国，2001年到2011年，对，就在中国，所以我会说中文。But I will actually speak English now for your for your
Makes it easier to
convenience,
me, yeah.
Lewin. Yes. 但是如果你们有问题的话，你们可以在我联系，中文没问题。But yeah, I'm Ingela Mauritzon, and I'm now working as co-founder and CEO of In Vitro Vista, or IVV Labs in Sweden. And we do clinical diagnostics for the healthcare world, but we also do performance testing. And we met Pure Global a few years ago at Medica, actually. So this is where we got acquainted, and we really hit it off. So we have a very close cooperation. We do their clinical work, some of their clinical work in Europe, and we say that we are sort of one family of companies now, which is wonderful. Pure Global obviously has a lot more services than clinical. They do market access services and also a lot of other things, and are very also very forward technologically, and have AI services as well. So and through Pure Global, we obviously met you as well. And this has been a very excellent cooperation, and
I
so
agree.
far.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. It's a great introduction. IVDR is and will stay for the next couple of years probably like the topic of for the IVD industry in Europe, obviously. So I would now like to like start with technical matters. From your perspective, Ingela, could you briefly explain what the IVDR is and why it is important for IVD manufacturers?
Sure. Well, many years ago, the EU decided that we needed a bit of a sharper regulation when it comes to IVD products. We've had IVDD, which is a directive, and basically is about, self-declaring your products more or less, and we've now moved into IVDR, which is a regulation where a lot of the regulatory requirements have been increased. And that means that there is a lot more data required from manufacturers. And one of the things that happened as well is that the products were reclassified into a new system. And this reclassification, it means that a lot of the products that previously could just be self-declared and you could do your own testing now need to be tested in external labs, basically. And we need to bring out we need to do a whole set of new testing to bring out clinical data, and that's one of the things that we do. So I guess that's what we've seen. The requirements are more, the testing is more, and we know, you and I, Lewin, I think we know what the EU requires, but that's only because we do it every day. I think that for most people, it's still a little bit uncertain, and even for the EU itself.
Very good point. Because all this, I mean, it sounds incredibly cumbersome. We know that it is already. Is that the goal of this is very interpretable? Would you say this is like it has a protectionist intention for the European market, or what is behind this?
Well, I think that this is something that it's being it's being interpreted in a very protectionist way. I think that a lot of people think that this is the EU just trying to be difficult. In actual fact, I think the goal of the legislation is to have a more unified European standard. That's one goal. And the other goal is just to increase and improve patient safety, and also to react to innovation. We have a lot of wonderful new products happening, but with innovation, there also needs to be kind of that balance of regulation so that you have safety and patient security in, first. And I think this is the EU's way of reacting to that change that's happening on the market. The issue, I think, is that there has been quite little time to prepare, actually, in one way for this, and that medtech companies are not really prepared to. I mean, they've never done this kind of testing before, and with a lot of testing and a lot of preparation comes a lot of cost. So you're taking funds from one place and putting them into another. I want to kind of stress as well that this is not just an issue that's happening for companies that are EU based, but this is also, or non-EU based, sorry. This is something that's happening for EU companies as well. So EU companies are also feeling the pressure and the strain. And unfortunately, one of the consequences that we've seen is that medtech products have become unavailable on the market. And this is something that the EU is now very worried about. And I've seen a lot of official communication from the European Union saying that, please certify your products and do it quickly, because we're going to see a lack of products available in the European Union. So,
and it doesn't matter where these products come from, be the European manufacturers, Canadian, Australian, or Chinese manufacturers. As long as it's CE compliant, the products are more than welcome. So the message to non-EU manufacturers would not be, we want you out, but rather on the contrary, we want you in. We need your products. Please submit them. So that's the situation. That's the real situation.
Absolutely. And I think that this is a good opportunity to really, as a manufacturer, I think it's a good opportunity to take market share, because we have a situation right now where everybody is kind of in the same. It's leveled out, sort of the playing field. Everybody is looking for CE certification, and the ones who are actually staying in the boat and doing the work, they're going to long term see the benefits of this. Whereas, if you don't do the work now, then you risk losing the European market. So I really can't stress enough how, I think being a manufacturer, this is a golden opportunity, really, to get your products into long-term life cycle of market access.
You, or InVitruVista, is obviously not a manufacturer, but a laboratory rather. When and how are you planning, or your laboratory, how and when is your laboratory planning to transition completely from away from products and kit that are not IVDR compliant? And what does that mean for you?
Yeah, we've already started that product. And let me just say, that's a really good question. Thank you for asking that question, because this is really about market access, right? We founded our company based on the principle that we wanted to give access to patients to diagnostic products in a quick way, in an accessible way. This is our whole thing: convenience and affordability. And for us, it's been tricky because we have a tough time finding products. We have wanted to use only IVDR certified products for a long time. Actually, we talk about it all the time. Our purchasing team is talking about it. We say no to a lot of products just because we say, you know, they're not IVDR certified. But as long as there's a roadmap, you know, that's when we're happy to discuss with the manufacturer to buy their products. As long as we know that this is on the map and they have, you know, a plan for it. If there's no plan, honestly, we're very harsh because there's no room for us to have those products. We have to be because this is what also our customers require from us. And according to the ISO certifications as well and things like this, we need to have products that are properly certified. So this is a whole chain backwards, starting from the patient and starting from our customers that comes back to us where we need to have products that are certified. So for our purchasing department, this is a very big deal. We talk about it almost every day, I would say.
Yeah, this kind of leads me to the understanding. Yeah, we need manufacturers to submit their products for conformity assessment in the EU as soon as ever possible. So
yes,
do you have any tips how to avoid stumbling blocks when entering the market or when wanting to entering the market? Anything for how to help navigating the regulatory landscape regarding IVDR?
I would definitely say get advice. Don't sit and try to guess what the regulation is. There are many of us who work with this every day who know what the regulations are. And there are definitely ways to make studies cost effective and to combine things in many different ways. But don't sit and guess that on your own. Reach out and get help. I mean, it doesn't cost it anything for you to come and talk to us. Reach out to myself, to Lewin, or to Pure Global, or you know, whoever you have in your network, to just figure this out. And then I would say that start yesterday. You know, don't wait. As we say in Chinese, 快点, come on, like let's go. Usually in Chinese you would say man man lai, which means the kind of like slowly moving forward. But I would say no man, no slow. Just this is the time to not procrastinate and not sit and worry about like what's going to just anything that you want on an international market, just certify it.
I would like to look into the future a little bit with you and ask you, of course, only for your opinion here, but looking into the future, what do you think are now the current perspectives, trends, and developments regarding IVD market, IVD industry, and developments with respect to the IVDR, obviously, but also with respect to the new transition periods and all the new regulations that are now coming out on a monthly basis, so it feels at least.
I think that we're going to see the number of notified bodies increase. I think that we're going to see a lot more focus on product categories that are in very high need. Also, we're looking at a shift in the market. We're going to see new players coming in. And as I said, this is a great opportunity to come in and kind of disrupt the incumbents. So I think that this is going to be a time where, you know, come in and level the playing field a little bit to increase competition. And what we're seeing as a laboratory purchasing products is that we're seeing that some of the big incumbent companies are actually choosing not to certify their products. So we're kind of going, oh, you know, we can't buy, you know, from, you know, this company or that company. I'm not going to mention any names, but just because they're choosing not to certify. And so that's also an opportunity. So I would encourage manufacturers to look out on the market, because it's not necessary that your competitor has actually done the certification work.
Ingela, thank you so much for all your time and your great input, your experience, and all the information that you shared here today.
Same.
But the audience, thank you for listening. Goodbye and stay healthy out there. Bye bye. 再见。
再见，谢谢大家。